Here's a scary thought to consider. Your risk of having a heart attack doubles within 2 hours of an angry outburst. That's according to research published in the European Heart Journal. How often do you get angry? According to some experts, adults experience anger around once a day and feel annoyed, frustrated, or peeved about 3 times a day. Anger is a natural human emotion. In fact, throughout human history, anger has been a useful emotion, if used correctly. If you have a short fuse and get angry quickly and frequently, this video is for you. So let's talk about 5 anger management techniques that might come in handy for you the next time you want to go ballistic. Change your posture and facial expression. The universal facial feature for anger looks something like this: a furrowed brow, narrowed eyes, and clenched jaw. Some of us might even have flared nostrils and press our lips firmly. The next time you get even a little bit angry, run to the nearest mirror you can find and look at yourself in the mirror. Now, push yourself to smile. From a scientific standpoint, the mere act of smiling makes your brain release hormones like dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. This can help to immediately take away that angry feeling. I know, it's not going to be easy at first. Anger is a strong emotion. Remembering to smile during a fit of anger will not come naturally to you. With enough practice over time, you can train your brain to cope with anger in a healthier way. Another thing you can try to change is your posture. Try to take notice of your posture the next time you get angry. I bet you won't like the threatening and aggressive stance you take that screams to other people, "Back off." Just like your facial expression, change your stance from a threatening one to something more relaxed. This too can help you to calm down. Scream. This one is a bit more controversial, but I think it's worth talking about. So here it goes. Think about the last time you had a tough day at work. Maybe the entire day was just an endless stream of one irritable event after another. We all have those days. This can lead to a lot of built-up tension and stress. The thing is, blowing up in anger in the middle of the workday is never advisable. This is why you have to practice a bit of patience first. The first thing you should do is to find a safe and private space. Then let it all out with a couple of hearty screams. Screaming your head off can help you let loose and release all the pent-up anger and frustration you've been holding on to all day long. Remember, screaming alone won't solve your problems. It's a solution that'll give you temporary relief until you're red with anger again. So what's the long-term solution? Find the root cause of your anger and frustration. Stop and think before you react. What triggers your anger? Is it having to wait longer than expected on the phone to speak with customer service? Someone cutting you off in traffic? Or being criticized by your boss? None of us like the feeling of being angry. I'm sure you don't set out on your day looking for an opportunity to get angry. But as the day goes on, you come across things that frustrate and annoy you. The difference between someone who gets angry quickly, or has a short fuse as they say, and someone with a more balanced emotional response is the reaction. Let's say you have a really short fuse. When your call gets disconnected after 45 minutes of holding, waiting for a customer service rep, how do you react? Do you scream in anger and use a few choice words to release your frustration? You probably do. The next time something similar happens, give this a try. Pause for 5 seconds. Refuse the urge to scream, yell, and kick. Think about what happened instead. Sure, waiting on the line for 45 minutes when you have so many other things going on can be a hassle. Getting hung up on, having to make another call, and possibly having to wait the same amount of time or longer is even more frustrating. If it's not urgent, set it aside and try again the next day. A short 5-second pause can allow your brain to process what happened and think logically, instead of immediately reacting. Start counting. The thing about anger is that it can quickly spiral out of control. Maybe the initial cause of your anger was minor, like accidentally stubbing your toe on the door. But as you stand there in pain, you start to get angry at the person who left the door open. Then you get angrier as you think about how irresponsible this person was for not caring about others. With each passing second, you get angrier and angrier. It's at this time you need to take a pause. You need to consciously intervene and stop the angry feeling from continuing. One of the easiest ways to do this is to count down from 20. Pick a bigger number if you need longer to calm down. The act of counting requires you to focus. This way, you redirect your attention away from what frustrates and angers you. As you slowly count down, it becomes a timeout. It allows you to think and reflect objectively on the situation. By the time you reach 0, you can expect to have more calmness and clarity. Stop ruminating. When something negative happens that makes you angry, what do? Say you showed up 2 minutes late to an appointment and you were told to reschedule because you did not arrive on time. Maybe you drove 45 minutes in traffic to get to the appointment on time, and being told to come back another day feels unfair to you. This type of situation can irritate anyone. You get angry, yell at the receptionist, and walk out. If you're watching this video, you would most likely ruminate over what happened. This means you replay the negative event repeatedly in your head. Replaying the same situation over and over in your head isn't going to change the outcome, but it will make you angrier with each passing second. Here are a few ways you can fix this. Distance yourself from what makes you angry. Come up with a plan to fix the problem you're ruminating over. Focus on what you can control. It's pointless to think about things you have no control over. And lastly, get some perspective. Anger is a natural human emotion. There's nothing wrong with getting angry when there is cause for it. But you want to be mindful of not letting your anger get out of control. It's at that point that anger can start to hurt your personal relationships, work, and life overall. Hopefully, these 5 techniques will be helpful to you or someone you know who struggles with managing anger in a healthy way. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button before you go, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below about how anger has negatively impacted your life. Remember to spread loving kindness to all beings around you and be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.